Hey there, everybody. It's me. I'm just going live for a few minutes just to chitty chat. Nothing very exciting in my world. Just oil painting. Oil painting. So, hi to the person who's just jumped on. I am just oil painting just a few minutes. I just thought I could shoot the breeze, chitty chat just a few minutes. I don't know how long I have actually. As soon as my husband comes home, party's over. It would be party over for sure when he gets home. So I'm just here for a few minutes, just doing some painting and doing some chat. Okay, that needs a little bit of light. The one thing I do like about oil painting versus acrylic painting is there's not much you could F up. There's not much you could F up. You just smear it. You're just smearing it around. The only thing that you could really quote unquote F up on an oil painting versus an acrylic painting is the fact that you have to wait for it to dry between the layers. It's like, and watching oil paint dry or letting oil paint dry is like a week long process. And that's the only thing you could F up on an oil painting. And even then, an acrylic painting, it's easier to F up on an acrylic painting because you really just only need to wait for it to dry for a few seconds, or you could just get the blow dryer and just go across the painting. And this guy that I'm painting right now, he's turning a little bit more catastrophist than I wanted to. I didn't want to cover up a lot of the coolness of the painting, but I'm finding out that adding in some of the white layers and stuff like that I've wanted to is kind of getting rid of that coolness that he had. But oh well. I'll have to show you here my process here in a second. I will eventually get. I think I need to buy one of those in a clause or something like that. And I hear a little baby crying. Oh no. I think I'm gonna have to get one of those overhead hanger things for my phone, like those claw grips for my phone to show down while I'm doing live chats and stuff. Because I don't know how I could do live chats and do painting. I haven't quite figured it out yet, as far as showing paintings and showing live chats with the overhang stuff. It sounds like Morgan, so she could live. The girls are down for the nap, and my husband is at the gym blowing off some steam yet again. So I'm not really liking that quite yet. But the one good thing about oil painting is that, or any kind of painting, is that everything happens in layers. A little bit here, a little bit there. Uh, ugh. I'm watching my mom's tea gossip. She sent me some tea, so I'll have to check that out later. But yeah, Morgan is crying upstairs, and Morgan never likes taking naps. She's a special child. So yeah, let me show you how it's going so far as the painting go. Ah, there it is. It's my little oil painting. Some of the coolness was the painting I had under it. It actually looked really pretty cool with the painting under it showing through with just the white that I was had like a white chalk charcoal on. Um, Hold on, everybody. I'll be back in a jiff. Just as I suspected, it's just the June bug lost the passy. When my kids lose their passy, all hell breaks loose. Just as I suspected. I don't think we have any chats. Live chat. Don't think we have anybody in the chat, but that's okay. I can talk to myself. But yeah, oil painting. Oil painting. Oil painting is like layers. Just do it in phases. If you don't like something, cover over it. But yeah, I think some of that coolness was taken out of it by doing this. Oh well. But I'll wait for another week and just paint a little brighter layer on top. That's all I have to do. It's nothing too special. Nothing too glam. But yeah, I think that I'm going to go ahead and see if I could find like one of those claws or something that hold my phone or something like that to shine down on the painting with my phone while doing chat or something while I'm painting. I haven't figured it out yet. Because I think because I would rather people watch me actually do the painting versus me painting. It would definitely be a lot cooler. What a mess. Today's been a mess. My nurse had to leave on an emergency because her sister or somebody got in a car accident. I hope everybody's okay. I haven't got any messages yet that everything is fine there. Hmm. So I wonder how everybody's doing today. I'm kind of distracted doing painting too, as well as I'm doing live chat. It's kind of funny multitasking. Multitasking with Evie. Live chatting and oil painting. I was trying to convince my husband that I needed to go to Michael's today because I broke my palette, my glass palette, and I need to go get another one or a palette of some sort for my oil painting so I could just scrape up paint off of it. Not have to worry too much about washing a palette out with mineral spirits and stuff. However, I am finding that just painting with what is it, the plastic plates and stuff, paper plates with oil painting is the way to go. Because you could just dispose of the paper plates or you could do a paper palette too, I guess. To dispose the paper plate or the paper palette, just start again. You come back. Usually I'm one of those people when I do oil painting. I paint a layer, I refresh it. Paint a layer, and refresh the paint on it. However, I do see the beauty of keeping the paints as well. I do see the beauty of keeping paints as well, just in case it pre-mixed palette paints as well. Alright, that's making his face look funny. uh, so yeah. Go back in there. Touch it up a bit. I touch it up a bit. Okay. Kind of looks like an X-Man or one of those Avengers. Okay, fix that up, smooth that out. Fix that under part of the eye a little bit. Kind of looks like a superhero's. Just kind of titter and tattering. Kind of fix him up. Kind of looks like a Doctor Strange too. My goodness. Just for a moment, everybody, I'm sorry that I'm kind of was in the zone here for a sec. That's one of the reasons why I don't do too many live chats while I'm painting, because I end up talking to myself in a way instead of talking to the viewers about things like tarot cards or anything else remotely interesting or productive. I end up talking to myself. Hmm. Oh well. I really should just let this chill and come back in with another later. I could talk today too. I can never talk usually, but usually when I'm concentrated on something else and trying to multitask, forget talking. Talking is like off the list. Hey, how are you doing? I just found your channel. There's nothing wrong talking to yourself. I know. I talk to myself more when I'm painting this, Becky, because when you're painting or doing something else that is not a live chat, when you're trying to multitask doing a live chat, it doesn't always come out clearly. Not much always comes out clearly sometimes. I want his chin a little bit better. I lost the chin. Ah, I think that's a better chin line anyways. I'll show you progress. Progress. It's progress so far. Just a little bit of progress. It's actually kind of funny because weekends are funny for me. Usually weekends I'm like totally available. I'm scot free, scotch tape, and things of that nature. But when it comes to doing live chats, being involved with Simon's live chats, Kelly from Truth and Stories live chats, weekends are just absolutely like no go. I don't, because usually on the weekends I have either it's just me with the girls or I have my mom here with the girls because Becky doesn't usually work the weekends. But for whatever reason, the weekends are usually no go for live chats when it comes, unless I'm doing late night live chats with like Tiger or something like that. The late night live chats I don't mind because the girls are down, everybody's down, and it's usually just me and that one other person. But when the during the weekend live chats, like when everybody else is available, I'm not usually available on the weekends because of the everything else going on. So I love to be part of live chats and doing live chats on the weekends and all that good stuff. But it doesn't usually work out. For whatever reason, I'm one of those people. Weekdays are always, always better. Okay, I think some of this is drying up, so I can put in a little bit more. Yeah, I kind of lost some of that coolness. Oh well. Oh well. There's other paintings. If you could do an underpainting and then do a painting on top again, like you did. I'm just kind of sitting here thinking about my painting here. Sometimes these kind of live chats that I do, like um, these kind of live chats that I do, the painting ones that I do, not just that they're rambly because I'm talking to myself, but because I do more of the paintings for these ones too. I've done only a few live chats where I've actually was painting and live chatting, but the ones that I have done with the painting and live chatting, it can be iffy. Huh. I'm just looking at my stuff. Oops. Got some gal kit on my fingers. Oil paint is not really good on your hands because it's hard to take off of your hands, and mineral spirits, if you're using mineral spirits, is very harsh on your hands, like it will dry it out. So oil painting is kind of fun. It's fun because it's a process, and it it's like that very slow peeling back the layers of an onion kind of process. Kind of reminds me of color pencil drawings. I've done some of those hardcore color pencil drawings, but in paint form. Just doing it layer by layer, piece by piece, pulling back the layers, making it your changes. I'm almost done today, by the way, with this painting, anywho, because I've kind of exhausted my painting before I overpaint it. There is no such thing as overpainting. I think it, especially with oil painting, but the overpainting really comes with you have to wait till the layer dries. You gotta wait till that layer dries before you can paint on top of it again. But I'm like dousing this thing with mineral spirits and gal kit, so it probably is drying as like an acrylic painting almost more than an oil painting would typically be. Gal kit and mineral spirits will dry out an oil paint really, really fast. Maybe I should do an oil painting tutorial since I know a little bit about oil and acrylic and the difference between them. I've thought about doing art reviews on my channel and stuff, but I'm mostly tarot. I am mostly a tarot channel and stuff, and I just thought, man, if I start doing art reviews and stuff, I'm really throwing my channel a mix between the tarot community and the main, quote unquote, mainstream community. I've already got some people, just started to get some people subscribing to me that aren't necessarily tarot people, which is interesting. I never thought I would start have people subscribing to me that are not tarot people, but I'm starting to get art people subscribing to me too. It's like, wow. Because I could eavesdrop on who my subscribers are. It sends you a notification like, oh, this person such and such subscribed to you. And you can see some of the channel names or whatever that subscribes to you. And I have a few, just started to get few art people subscribing to my channel, and I'm like, wow, I don't do art tutorials. I don't really do art videos. I know that since my name is very ubiquitous, when I go watch art videos and stuff with my channel name, like Evie Wilkinson, and I comment on some of these art people's channels that I still use my tarot channel to comment and stuff on people's videos. Oh, Mimi's here. I am practicing my practicing your ambidextry. Yeah, I am. Just a little bit, Mimi. So yeah. But yeah, I don't really haven't really decided if I'm gonna go do art reviews or not because that's not usually my forte, and I feel like I have to. um, I feel like I have to practice my either watch some more of the art tutorial videos, or I just kind of feel like I need to watch more art videos and stuff like and how they do their reviews and stuff before I could dive into doing something like that because I know how to do tarot reviews and stuff and I've done some pretty good tarot reviews, but as far as art reviews and stuff go, that's a different process and a different system, but I guess it's not too much of a different different strategy and system, but uh Mimi, you gotta see this. This is I took the coolness away from the painting, unfortunately. I almost kind of covered up that underpainting. Kind of was trying to avoid that. Oh well. He suffered suffered casualty. uh, so yeah. It, I think I did take pictures uh before. I just did not I did take pictures before. So I did do before and after pictures, or before pictures. If I could talk today, go back and look like before. Yes, I can, Mimi. So I can. But since this is an Earl painting, oil painting, I would have to let this layer dry anyways uh, before I could put in some of those other cool colors underneath. So yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put some of those purples and stuff like that underneath still, but I kind of have to let the top layer dry. Um, I think I've decided the background has got to be darker, and the foreground, meaning his hand's going to be lighter, so that it's. So yeah, I think the background has got to be darker, and the foreground has to be lighter. So that is one thing that I need to do on this. Background darker, foreground lighter. And I really liked that understuff that I had before I messed it up by painting on top of it with what's in the face color, burnt sienna. It's a lot of burnt sienna. Well, because when you thin out burnt sienna enough, it will make that cool orange color. But when you layer on burnt sienna, it actually looks brown. It can look brown. I think I have enough of that. Whatchamacallit? I'm losing my train of thoughts. Uh, Miss Becky. I'm just gonna let you know that, or Becca, that like everything, oil painting just comes with practice, and I think everybody could paint and everybody could do art. Follow Bob Ross tutorial or do something fun like that every now and then. Just kind of have fun. Don't have to be talented to paint. You could even do finger painting and do hearts if you wanted to. But yeah, you can follow Bob Ross tutorials. I think the been watching some Bob Ross lately. I'm getting into some Bob Ross lately, and some of his tutorials are actually pretty good for somebody who's wants to get started with painting and stuff. And I think, okay, I see. So yeah, I think that anybody could paint. It's just a matter of going ahead and just but yeah, and then there's also some really good acrylic painters on YouTube that does paint-alongs, kind of like a Bob Ross, and I think her name is the Art Sherpa. If I could remember that correctly, it's Art Sherpa. If I had a moderator, they could probably link it, but it's okay if they don't. But her name is the Art Sherpa, and she does acrylic paintings and things of that nature. So yeah, there's the Art Sherpa out there, and you could do paint-alongs with her, and she's actually really good. She has her husband doing the cameras as she's doing the painting, and I think that them as a tag team work out really, really nicely. Hi, Miss Bella. How's everything going? I'm just painting just a little bit by little. I'm just doing some oil painting. Art Sherpa, yeah. She's really cool. Her name is Cinnamon. I'm painting this guy. If you watch my Instagram TV just for a few moments, you would have seen him on the wall. But yeah, I featured him on my Instagram TV. I'm still not quite sure how I want to work that into my everything that I do, but I have started doing this Instagram TV a little bit. I kind of got my feet wet with it and trying to figure out what I want to do with it because it doesn't do videos like YouTube. You can't edit your videos like YouTube can. And you only could really be limited to like doing like 10 minutes or so. Okay, so yeah. That looks nice. Nice. I was actually helping Zach out a little bit because Zach was trying to figure out live chat something or other and experimenting. And Robert went to the gym, so I was able to, and the girls are down for a nap, so I was able to have some free time to help him out. And then his parents came home, and so he was not able to do any more. I couldn't assist him anymore helping until later. And so I said, okay, I'm going to just go ahead live a little bit and talk about my tarot painting experience with this thing. Trying to figure it all out. I don't do too many oil paintings because they dry so dang slow. Yes. Thank you, Mimi. But yeah, so Art Sherpa is really good thing to follow if you want to get into some art paintings, tutorials, and things of that nature. She's really nice. She's really sweet, and uh, she does live chats on YouTube here. And I actually did some paintings following her tutorials, and the one that I don't know if you most people seen it on Instagram or not, but there's one on the staircase, one really really huge painting on the staircase. I did it by following her tutorial, and it was not really my original idea. I was kind of following her tutorial, and I'm okay with not having original paintings all the time. But that one I don't think I showed that one on Instagram because it was not really done, all created by me. I think, and I was trying to give it to my dad. However, my dad, bless his heart, left me with the painting again when he, instead of taking it to South Florida with him, when he came by to visit. Because the reason why I say bless his heart on that one, because uh, I that's my only place in the house that I could really do those really huge paintings without the girls getting all up into it. Then that's part of the reason why I haven't done the really, really, really huge. Um, how was the deck and the whole thing coming along? Did you finish the majors? Ah, Bella. You kind of missed a whole lot of drama with that. I'm haven't finished the majors of the J Shadows Tarot deck yet, and it's been coming on real slow the the beginning of this year was really really been bad with Judith and the whole 9 yards. Yes, you did. It's okay. I missed a lot too, Miss Bella. Um, so yeah, it's been really bad with Judith's situation and the that whole thing, and so I kind of the J Shadows tarot deck kind of went to a standstill the beginning of this year because Judith was in and out of the hospital and doing that hospital thing. She's doing so much better. We're actually in a place where she's very, very good. She's not been sick. She's been in home. She's been playing. She's doing the normal 2-year-old thing, which has been wonderful and great. Um, so yeah, and so now I'm. That's kind of hence why I'm coming back onto the YouTube scene after so many months of being gone. And now that I'm coming back and trying to get in the groove of things again, I'm trying to pick up my J Shadows deck. And part of when I was picking up my J Shadows deck, I've decided that I was at a place with the cards and stuff where I have been evolving so much that I probably am at a good place where I could just start all over again on the deck. I am going to probably distribute what I have painted, the acrylic paintings that you know, grew to love and know, as like the extra cards or the bonus cards. But I think as far as the designs and concept designs of the J Shadow um, continue making a tarot deck, I think I'm gotten to the point where I'm a lot more advanced now than I was when I first started. That I could start anew and get a new and make a new deck basically. So I'm gonna basically be repainting my deck here in a little bit, and I have my watercolor pencils here and my gouache and all that good stuff here all set to go so that I could test out some styles and test out some things. Basically, I'm going to be going to be, my plans are I'm going to be releasing a few images real soon and making a few concept paintings and a few images real soon to uh, see if I can make a style or a concept style of what I really want the J Shadows to be and look like. So I'm gonna have to do that here in a little while, but probably not today. Today I'm kind of trying to. I probably should stop messing with this. Because oil paintings, you could get to a point where you're just smearing stuff around and you're not making things look good anymore. You're just smearing it. So I'm getting to the point where I'm just smearing it and not making it look good anymore. So I'm thinking I'm done with my oil painting today. I'm just smearing it. Just smearing it around. But this is the progress so far. I was kind of smearing, when I'm talking about, I was just smearing it as the hand over here was kind of looking a little smeared. But yeah, I'm going to probably introduce some of that cool undertone stuff that was in the painting before. And I got to make the background darker and the foreground lighter so it kind of gives it a sense of depth. Give it a sense of depth. Because sometimes when you're painting and stuff, you gotta create the illusion that is not there. I'm trying to look for like a rag and stuff too. Just kind of stirring my brew a little bit, my little XX. And I put the XX on my stuff so that I don't end up drinking it or nobody else ends up drinking it. Not that anybody would have been confused drinking out of this, but yeah, like so. And I let this sit for another few days and it'll all sink to the bottom. But not that I think anybody would actually get confused drinking out of that kind of size jar because of the shape of it, but I don't want to test anything either. So that's why I put the XS there a little while back. I thought it looked cute. All right, so that's my Earl painting for now. So let me hang this up for 5 seconds. Much better. Peace, love.